Welcome to our web series on insurance modernization. I'm Rich Haan, and I'm joined today with one of my partners, Galeaz. When we look at the insurance industry today, we see an unprecedented amount of change impacting our insurance clients. And this change is causing them to relook at their strategy, their business model, and their operations. Our view is that the winners of tomorrow will be those companies that not only embrace the change, but are able to turn it into a strategic advantage. One of the key things we want to start off by talking about is what is driving the change. The first relates to risk and regulation. When we look at what is coming down in terms of the Federal Insurance Office, the global changes, we see these things driving a tremendous amount of operational change within our clients. The second is really in terms of stakeholder expectation and the types of information that stakeholders are needing from their insurance companies. Those stakeholders are demanding more information at a more granular level and at a quicker pace in terms of the information that they require. And then the third area is in terms of governance, where both the regulators, boards, others are looking for consistent data, that information that they can really use and trust and rely on. So Greg, with that as background, where do you see the benefits for an insurance organization executing this?
Yeah, Rich, companies that embrace insurance modernization are going to see the benefits of improved analysis and stakeholder communication. It's really transforming how organizations explain their results, taking it from a rear-view mirror approach where they would merely explain what happened, and moving it to far earlier in the process to more of a cockpit where they're able to make some business decisions that could actually affect the results. Stakeholders, as you mentioned, are really expecting and demanding far more depth of information. They're expecting it a lot more frequently and earlier in the process so they can actually do their jobs and have an impact as well. Mm-hmm. Another is process efficiency. I think the ability to modernize both your data and your technology architecture to enhance reporting, you're able to get more standardized processes. Once organizations are able to come up with this new architecture, we believe that they'll not only be able to get information faster, but it'll be less expensive as well. All of your analysis, there are standard definitions, standard calculations, standard metrics, KPIs, and in the past it's always been a problem where you had to determine who looked at things differently. Cost, another benefit. Once you're able to operate in a modernized environment, you have significantly reduced costs and a lot less dependency on legacy, key man dependency on legacy systems. Right now there's a lot of wasted energy in organizations because very high-priced talent is required to manipulate data and actually do reconciliations of information. In a modernized environment, these people are doing much more high-value analysis and really contributing much quicker and much more meaningfully to the businesses. Because there's less human involvement and interaction with the data, the governance and the controls over it are much more defined and easier to monitor. And lastly is greater transparency. Once you have one source of the truth, and once you're able to truly believe that all of your departments, finance, risk, actuarial, are utilizing the same data, people are able to trust it and make better decisions on it with confidence.
So that sounds like a tremendous amount of change. How would you recommend for insurers to be approaching this and at least thinking about the journey?
Well, again, it would have been easy just to look at and focus on finance, risk, actuarial, and technology. Our view is that while it impacts finance, actuarial, and risk, as well as technology, there are also a lot of other constituencies, parts of the organization that are going to be impacted as well. We've also added areas such as sales and distribution, product, internal audit, the board, and how you look at it through their lens, how they're impacted, what should they be asking, when should they be involved in the process, and how do they know that they're getting what they need ultimately to do their activities within the organization.
Greg, thanks for joining me, and thank you for watching. For more information, please reference our PwC Insurance website.